Hey, welcome back to Tailgate Talk with Sean and Aaron. Episode number 2 coming at you on Season 1. Sean, buddy, we got a lot to talk about this week.
A ton to talk about.
Absolutely.
A lot of big stuff.
Yeah, man. Luke Lawson.
Pro contract. Big guy from the area. I love Luke Lawson, man. I've been a fan of him since he was at Eastside, and his family is like, they're some of the sweetest people I've ever met. Like, I'm not related to them just through like my wife's cousin is dating Luke Lawson's sister, and they come to like all our Christmases and stuff. Man, they're such good people. I love them so much.
That's awesome.
I'm just super happy for them.
It's always good when you got like somebody local that's succeeding.
Yeah,
and good to see.
Yeah,
you know. I remember going to like some of the basketball games, you know, when he was playing, and they'd be there in the regions or whatever.
Yeah, man.
Watching him play, he had some good game. I enjoyed watching him play.
He
enjoyed him.
He played so good last year at UVA-wise. I don't know if this is the right number, but I'm pretty sure I seen that he shot 43% from 3 last year at UVA-wise.
Really?
And that is nuts. I mean, that's like crazy. You know, he's 6'8", 6'9". I mean, he's a good ball player, man. I'm super happy for him.
So what's the news with him, man?
I know he left for Germany last week. He signed with the Black Forest Panthers. I actually seen his mom and talked to her for a little while the other day. He signed with the Black Forest Panthers out of Germany. So I reckon they said he's going to get some play time. So
awesome.
Hopefully, I hope, man. He's a good ball player.
Hey, a lot of those are like at least $1 million contracts.
Yeah,
a lot of them, you know.
I don't know how much they make, but I mean, it's pro ball, you know. And you got a chance to go even farther than that. I mean, you know, if he shows out over there, who knows what may happen.
Absolutely.
I'm excited for him,
you
man.
know. Did he not even consider maybe like trying for the NBA right off the?
I have no idea. Like, I figure, like, where this is just such a small area, you know, it's hard to get like noticed. Just like where he went to UNC Asheville, and then he played his COVID year at UVA-Y. So it's like, I don't know if it's hard to get noticed from like a smaller school like that, but clearly somebody noticed. I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
I'm sure that he had an agent. So
yeah, he did have an agent,
and I'm sure his agent's probably like, well, this is probably your best bet right now.
Good ball player, though, man. Proud of him. Proud of Luke Lawson. Hope he does well.
Speaking of UVA-wise,
yes, sir.
All that you mentioned a while ago, Gay City standout Bradley Dean.
To Miami of Ohio.
Transferring out.
Yes, sir.
That's going to be a big loss for UVA-wise.
It will. It will be a big loss. I went to watch Luke play, you know, like last year. That's the main reason I went, just to watch him. And Bradley Dean, I went to like 2 or 3 games, and one of them, Bradley Dean, had 42 points. And I mean, he lit him up, man. Nobody could stop him. And I'm happy for him too, man. I love like local people
shooting the 3 from half court.
I mean, he's a stud, man. I love Bradley Dean.
He gets one step across the half court, the timeline, man. He's like
a beast.
He can
really
fire, man.
Yep.
That's what's pretty cool. A lot of teams, like even in high school, they didn't guard him, and then they're like, man, we're going to have to get somebody out there on this kid. Sure, he ain't shooting his shot, man.
He's a stud.
But yeah, he will pull the trigger.
Yeah, man, no doubt.
It's Miami, Ohio.
Miami of Ohio.
Man, that's pretty good.
That's a big school.
Yeah, I wonder.
I've not heard anything. I just know he went. I don't know if he's starting playing. I don't know what the deal is, but
I'm sure
he's getting some play time.
Oh yeah,
no doubt.
Even if he's a bench player, he's gonna get some minutes.
Yeah, happy for him too, man. It's huge for our area.
He deserves it.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the last 4 or 5 years, I mean, we've had some good talent coming out of here. I mean, James Mitchell.
Yep.
James Mitchell, in football.
McClung.
Can't
never forget about Mac.
Zach Irvin.
Yeah, man.
Which I'm not sure what he's doing. I don't know. He should be coming out this year.
You remember Henry?
He went to Elon.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Elon.
Okay.
So Southwest Virginia's been pretty rich.
Oh yeah, man. Another thing we got coming up is Chandler Cole fighting on Dana White's Contender Series Tuesday night. I'm not sure of the date. I know Chandler Cole's a local fighter from Coburn. He went to the Ultimate Fighter. I'm a UFC nut, so I watch like everything the UFC's got. But he went to the Ultimate Fighter. Had a great fight. On the Ultimate Fighter, you fight 2 rounds, and if it's a draw at the end of 2, you go to the 3rd. I thought he won it in 2, but he hit the dude with a spinning wheel kick. And like Chandler Cole is not a little guy; he's a heavyweight, and he hit that dude with a spinning wheel kick, about knocked him out. And
I think I saw somewhere his weight is like 265.
Yeah, dude, he's a big dude, and man, he does some wild stuff, but he's a good fighter, man. And I don't know who he's fighting. I just seen that he's fighting on there. That'll be coming up Tuesday night. I'm not sure the date, but
so is this pay-per-view?
No, it's on ESPN Plus, just Tuesday nights from 7 to 10 on ESPN Plus.
Yeah,
so every Tuesday. So anybody can watch. If you got ESPN Plus, you can watch it. Yeah, it'll be awesome, man. I mean, I thought he won the fight on the Ultimate Fighter. I don't think it should have went to a 3rd round, but it's August 29th is the date. So everybody tune into that. Chandler Cole out of Coburn.
I've never
Virginia.
really watched him fight. I mean, I caught some clips on YouTube with him and stuff.
I went to a couple. I went to college with him when I first started. He is a wrestler. He wrestled at Eastside. So, and he's actually a wrestling coach, I'm pretty sure too.
Yeah.
But
so
yeah,
he's got some.
That's kind of his game. He's more of a wrestler, but I mean he can stand. I mean he hit the dude with a spinning wheel kick, and he's a big dude. I mean it was exciting. I thought he won it in 2, but he's got a shot now, man. And on that show, like if you finish somebody, I mean you pretty well get a contract to go. So hopefully he'll get to finish, man. That's what I'm hoping. But that's big stuff coming out of Southwest Virginia, man. I'm happy for all those guys.
Some talented people around.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, absolutely. Peyton Manning, man.
Peyton Manning. To Tennessee.
Going to Tennessee as a professor.
As a professor. Professor. In air quotations, professor. That's what I'll say.
I think there's more to it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, Peyton Manning. I mean, there ain't no way that dude's not helping them recruit. There's
just
no
him
way.
being there.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's going to make quarterbacks want to go there. That's big news, though.
Yeah.
Tennessee's,
yeah, I'm going to be a sports broadcaster when I... Because, I mean, it's kind of what he's going into, broadcasting.
But...
Yeah, I mean...
Maybe he'll get in there.
99% of them, whenever they get out of the NFL, wants to be on,
Not Peyton Manning, son. He said, I want to go home, baby.
So they're like, you mean Peyton Manning's going to be the professor? I'm coming to Tennessee.
Hopefully he'll get out there and help Joe Milton, man. Joe Milton's got a daggum cannon for a right arm.
I don't know that he can help him, dude. I'm a little excited about watching him play, too.
I'm pumped up about Joe
coming.
Milton, man. He's good. He can really throw the ball. He's got a strong arm.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he really throws
like
that
80
thing.
yards in there.
Man.
That's insane.
He can spin it for sure.
That is insane.
No doubt.
Well, football time. All your jamborees are over.
Yeah.
All your scrimmages is over in Southwest Virginia.
It's time.
But guess what happened last week in Northeast Tennessee?
Yeah. Let's talk about it.
Son, week one. And a game that I kind of wanted to maybe at least touch on a little bit was Science Hill and Elizabethton.
Yeah.
I mean, part of me is a little bit shocked.
Yeah, me too.
At this. Part of me's not, really. But
I mean, Elizabethton's always good. I mean, Elizabethton's never bad. I mean, they're always good. But I didn't expect Science Hill to go in there and lose like that. I mean, they didn't lose terribly. But 3 scores, I mean, that's,
yeah,
pretty bad loss.
Pretty much. See, last year, though, and I really feel like Elizabethton was probably way better.
Yeah.
I think that score was like 17-7, and Science Hill won that one. So I really felt like this would be a little better game, a little closer.
I did too.
And I also really felt like, I mean, especially from the Northeast Tennessee Jamboree, the quarterback for Science Hill
he was nuts.
He
went crazy.
Heck of a game, man. He's like world beaters. And if I'm mistaken, they were playing Davy Crockett, I believe. Yeah, Davy Crockett. Which Crockett's been having a pretty good football program, as the last few years. They actually had that one kid. He went D1.
Yeah.
Maybe last year or year before. He's a wide receiver.
I just didn't see, like, after that quarterback done that in that scrimmage, I didn't see them going to I figured, if anything, it'd be a shootout. I didn't see them losing by 3 scores and not being able to score.
I mean, what kind of numbers is this, man? You throw 10 passes, and you score 3 touchdowns. I mean, 3 of them touchdown passes. But,
That's crazy.
Nuts, man. That's nuts.
That's crazy.
So I really felt like Science Hill would probably give Elizabeth a little bit better game.
I thought they'd give them a better game for sure.
Yeah. Greenville and Tennessee High played.
Yeah.
And
that was a closer game, I thought, right?
I can't remember exactly what the score was.
It was, no, that one was 27-7 too, I'm pretty sure. I think so.
I don't think so. I think it was closer than that.
Maybe.
Because I was a little surprised. I know Tennessee High is like being improving over the past few years, but I really felt like Greenville would possibly really beat them more than that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. But I'm trying to look for this score, but for some reason I didn't want to pull it up.
I felt like it may have been closer.
Let's see. What's the
than
28-7. I'm sorry, 28-7.
Okay, so it really wasn't that close.
No, wasn't close. Greenville with the W.
Still yet 28-7 over Tennessee High.
Yep.
You know who Greenville has coming to town to play, don't you?
I don't.
Alcoa.
Yeah.
So I'm really just not sure that they are going to want that now.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's week 1. Sometimes you got game jitters.
Yeah.
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
It's just, every team's going to improve over the year, so.
I think a lot of times you'll see a score in week 1 that will reflect, like, by week 3 or 4, you're like, I'd like to see that game again.
It's a different ball team,
that team, it keeps it closer or even wins, maybe. Yeah. It's kind of like Gay City Richlands last year.
Yeah.
They got in a hold to Richlands like 3 straight plays, and they were down 21-0.
Yeah.
And then, by the time they started making their comeback, it was just too little too late, you know. So then you're like, man, and as they proved through you was like, I'd like to see that game again. So, I mean, this could be one of those to where, week 2 or 3, 4 in. Yeah. Tennessee High may.
Yeah, it'd be a different ball game week 3, week 4. The more you practice, the more you. I think every team from the first game to the last game of the season. The teams. It's not the same team in the first game and the last game.
Oh yeah.
You get 100 times better, and 3 or 4 weeks can make a huge difference. So
yeah.
That one, I think I'd like to see that one about week 5 or something. That might be a little better.
Well, we'll see.
Yeah.
What Tennessee High does through week 2, week 3. Maybe Greenville may get worse as they go. But they normally don't.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Are you gonna?
What?
Are you gonna predict that maybe Elizabethton or Greenville for the last few years has been in that state championship game or won it? That's possible again.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. It'll be
It's possible.
Yeah, Elizabethton's super good, man.
All right, let's move on into Southwest Virginia, Mister.
Okay,
let's start with the Norton Jamboree.
I was there.
You was there.
You watched it?
I did watch it on NFHS.
I thought there was a lot of big stuff happening at that Jamboree. I got there. I didn't get to see Rycove. I got to see Rycove play like maybe 2 possessions at the end of the last game they played. I didn't really get to see Rycove.
Yeah, they played the last one. I think was Thomas Walker.
Yes,
I watched that one. Now they played Hurley first, I believe.
Yeah, they did.
And I didn't get to see.
Yeah,
I know it was like 21-0. I didn't see the score in it, but I didn't get to see them play against Hurley.
Yeah, I know they're like when I got there, their second, third, whenever it was the second or third unit, but they were running the ball well and stuff. I don't know if that matters, in a Jamboree, but
Yeah, they can throw it too.
Oh yeah, I think me and you talked about this earlier today, but I think Cove, outside of Central, was the best football team there. I didn't see anything from the other ones that really. I mean, Central, was clearly the best team there, I think.
And likewise should have been.
Right. I mean, that's the biggest school. But I mean, they had a ton of kids on the sideline. But
you're talking double A. All the rest of them are single A.
Yeah. But that's what I even talked to people that were at the scrimmage too, like before I got there, and they said the Cove looked really good. So.
Yeah, I think they had quite a bit of size.
Yeah.
They got some pretty good sized linemen. Good looking linemen too.
And I'm fired up about Cove. I'll say that again. I'm pumped up for Cove, man. They're good. I think they'll have a good year this year. But
I do too. I really do too. I did watch them. Like I said, I watched them play in the Thomas Walker game, which I got to watch, even when their big guys in. I was real impressed with their quarterback play. He's legit, man. He's good. They had a pretty good running back. They got some guys that can catch the ball, and seem to have some pretty good speed. But honestly, their offense is moving the ball well.
Yeah.
But I was more impressed, I think, with their defense. Their defense seemed to be pretty good.
Like I said, I didn't get to see them play much, but I got there the last game that Cove played. I didn't get to see Hurley play either, but the second game I watched was Thomas Walker and Patrick Henry. That was the first game I technically watched. I watched the end of the Cove, but Thomas Walker, they didn't have like a whole lot that impressed me. But I told you about the receiver earlier. That receiver he ran one of the nastiest routes I've ever seen. Like out and up or something, burnt this dude for like a 60-yard touchdown. But Thomas Walker, from what I've seen, the quarterback play was decent. He threw one bad pick, like really underthrown ball. He was under pressure. I don't know if he got hit when he threw, but he threw one really bad interception to Central. But number 11 for Thomas Walker.
Do you feel like Thomas Walker may be better than what we thought from last week coming in?
From what I seen at that jamboree, yes, I think they could be better. Their starting offense looked good. They ran the ball well. They had a backup running back, actually. He was number 6. I don't know names, but he ran the ball really well. He was more of like a north-south power back guy.
Their second string quarterback?
No. Number 5 was their second string quarterback. Okay, number 12 was a starter, the starting quarterback. Number 5 was playing some running back when 12 was at quarterback.
Okay.
And he ran the ball good, too. I thought he ran really good. And then when 12 came out, he went in the game at quarterback, and he ran the ball really well at quarterback, too. So I think Thomas Walker would be decent. And that number 11, he's a big kid, probably 6 foot. Has good build to play receiver, and he was pretty, decently quick. But man, he went up and got it on one dude. That kind of surprised me. I didn't see it coming, but he seemed like a decent ball player. So
yeah. So it's probably easy to say maybe that Thomas Walker's probably going to surprise a team or two.
And like we've been talking about all week,
they may win a game they're not supposed to win.
And it is hard to tell from scrimmages. Like Absolutely. We've been talking about that all week, how hard it is to tell how good a team's going to be when you're playing, especially like in a jamboree. You got a team playing 2 quarters against one team and then turning right around. They're playing a full game, and that fresh team comes in and.
True, and then you got like the teams they're trying to find depth, or they're trying to find where this kid's going to help us the most,
Yeah.
And that may not what we saw may not be where these kids even line up at.
Yeah.
When with this week,
that's true. Yeah, but bad news for Thomas Walker is that when their first game was Patrick Henry, that was the last time Patrick Henry played. They left. Bad news for them was that their next game was Central. Their next half of football, after they've already played a half, Central came out fresh.
Oh, Patrick Henry, yeah.
No. Oh, Thomas Walker.
Thomas Walker?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's right.
Yes, and, that was bad news for Thomas Walker. It was, yeah.
what I saw was Central, and they were probably bigger on the line than any team there.
I think I heard that they returned 3 starters on their offensive line from last year.
Central did?
I think so. Yeah.
Wow.
And
I was thinking they probably lost more than that.
They got the transfer, Sincere Haggins, number 2, the quarterback, fast as lightning, man.
He is fast.
He's got burners. He really does.
He can move.
He can move. And then Central has a lot of good. I think they got a lot of talent this year.
They really do. I was impressed with several of those kids' speeds.
A lot more than I expected. And which, like, I've not really deep dove into Central this year, seen really what they had. That was the first time I watched them play. But man, they really got some talent, I think, and I think they could cause some trouble in the Mountain 7. I really do.
I mean, well, they got Eastside this week, so in the round 1, for week 1. So I'm not really sure.
Yeah. I'll say this about Central. I don't know how much Central really had to look forward to this football season until that quarterback came.
I really think that he's the big deal. I think he's going to make. He's bringing a step ahead in the game, and I think honestly, when district play comes down to it, I mean, he's probably going to be the reason why they're on the outside looking in on a championship for the district championship, or even in position to win the district championship if they're there. I really think that he's going to be one of the biggest contributors and key. I mean, because you can't take it away from him.
No.
I mean, you can see athlete.
Yeah.
And the kid is absolutely athletic.
Yeah, he sure is.
My argument is, they really did not play anybody there.
I agree with that.
And
that's not a knock either.
It's not a
Thomas
knock.
Walker and him, but
you can tell he's athletic.
Yeah.
And it's like when they were playing Norton.
Yeah.
The poor little kid from Norton, when he was playing with the ones, was horrible.
Yeah.
But when the leaster amount of talent for Central came in, he looked like the quarterback for why Central suited up for them.
2 big touchdowns.
Runs. Killer. I mean,
he looked good.
His game looked like way different. So I mean,
it's hard to tell with a team like that.
But I'm with you. I mean, the kid is athletic. I think that he is going to be one of the big contributors for them, and one of the bigger reasons why that they are probably going to finish higher in this district than we thought, or a lot of people think or thought.
I'll say this too about Central. He was really good. I mean, I don't think he'll hurt people as bad as like a Ryan O'Quinn with his passing game. I think Ryan O'Quinn is from Ridgeview's quarterback. He's a junior, by the way. Last time I said I didn't know if he was a senior or junior, but I don't think he'll kill people with his passing. But where that guy's special, man, is running the football. I'm telling you, if you let that dude break contain, I watched him make 4 people miss and go 60 yards like it was nothing. And they got called back for a block in the back. But, man, I'm telling you.
Well, I'll tell you, like, on a lot of his passes that he completed downfield, this is what happened. Is a lot of the defensive backs did not stay. They was worried about his legs. So they come off their guy, and then he's like, you don't have to be real accurate when your guy's standing there just waiting on the ball to come,
I know the one.
But now that one pass that he threw into the end zone,
it was in the basket.
That was a beautiful pass.
That was a good ball. Beautiful. And he was rolling out. That was on the run, too, I'm pretty sure. It was like a play-action bootleg to the left side of the field. Yeah, he threw it right in the sweet spot on that one.
And it was where nobody can make a play on the ball but his guy.
Receiver.
Which there was nobody there.
Yeah, I mean, that kid was like 5 yards behind.
Yeah, he's at least 5 yards behind.
But that was a great throw.
But if he had him in tight coverage, then he wouldn't have made the play because he was a perfectly. It was a perfectly thrown ball.
But something else I thought was crazy that you don't really see around here a whole lot is what I have in my notes. When I was sitting there watching the game, I was taking notes on this guy. And I've heard a ton of stuff about him. He's this, he's that, he's whatever. Well, he the first play, it was like a play action. He rolled out, tried to throw the ball, threw it right on the ground, and I was like, man, this like, what is this? This dude's supposed to be a super athlete.
Because I started to text you at that point, like, there's your quarterback.
But man, I'm telling you.
But before I could get it sent, the next play, he busted it out like a 60-yard run. I'm like, whatever it was, I'm like, never mind. But I'm just going to keep adding to myself.
But he throws the ball on the ground first play. And my nephew was sitting beside me, and I was like, man, I don't know about this guy, like that was a bad ball. Well, dude, the next 4 times the kid touches the ball, it's a touchdown. He threw 2, he ran for 2. I mean, I think he's a good player.
He is. He is.
If Central can really figure out their offense, which obviously you don't see much in a scrimmage. I know they ran a lot of shotgun. They like to roll that kid, which I'd like to roll that kid too because he's got wheels. But I thought they looked good, man. Which, like you said, they're playing smaller schools and stuff, but. Man, I think they could do some damage. If you let that kid get loose, he'll kill you on the ground.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
You ain't catching that kid on the sideline. There's no way. Couple other things for Central is number 13. I thought he was a tight end when he first came on the field, and the dude came out and lined up out wide at receiver. That dude's huge. He's 6'2", 6'3".
Yeah, he's big, and I think it doesn't matter where they line him up.
No.
Tight end, slot.
Yep. Outside.
He's going to be a mismatch.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big kid, and he catches the ball really well. And something I noticed about him too is every ball that was thrown his way, he wasn't waiting on the ball to get to him. He was going up and getting it.
Yeah, he's attacking.
I love to see that because even if your quarterback makes a bad throw, that kid can jump. He's 6'2", 6'3", kid can jump. He can go.
And it was one of them where he did go up.
He went and got it.
He went and got it at its highest point.
Yeah, I thought he looked pretty good. And then a running back for Central, number 1. He played linebacker too. Looked good on defense, but on offense he ran the ball. He was really shifty. And I thought he was
quick.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be like more of a speed back.
And then all of a sudden,
dude, he goes up the middle and puts his head down and kills a kid.
Yeah, he was. He ran the ball really hard.
He was good, man.
But my thing is that I was kind of noticed with that guy was when he gets the ball, he gets up to speed so fast.
Yeah. It's like 2-3 steps. He's at full speed.
Yeah, and that's tough.
Yeah,
man.
it is.
That's tough to.
That's special stuff. Like not just anybody can do.
No,
stuff
not
like
everybody
that.
can get up to
the
speed.
Quarterback's
like
the same way. That quarterback looks like 1 step. That dude's at full speed. I mean, he's quick, man.
Shot out again.
Yeah, he is, man. He is. But I thought Central looked pretty good overall. Like they're playing smaller schools, but man, I think Mountain 7. I think they'll really shock some people this year.
Getting tougher.
Yeah, it's always getting tougher.
Which,
man.
I mean, that's what we want.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, out of this Norton Jamboree, from the way I see it, I mean, I think Y Central was the best team there, of course. Rock Cove, I think them two, hands down, were the best.
I do too.
I honestly really feel like Patrick Henry and Thomas Walker are pretty even.
Yeah.
Even though didn't Thomas Walker beat them?
Patrick Henry, yeah, they beat them 21-7. I think Patrick Henry scored on like a late run, like the threes were in. But overall, I thought Norton looked the worst out of any team there.
Yes,
and I'm not
absolutely.
I'm not beating on Norton. I'm not trying to knock them, but man, they came out. They played. I watched them play Central. They played the first game and the last game, so I'm assuming they played Rock Cove.
No, I think they played Hurley first.
Okay, then they played Central last. I seen the Central game, and like you said, that quarterback. I was watching him warm up, and man, the dude has an arm. He can really throw the football, but he's he seems like his decision making seems like, the kind of factor that's going to get him in trouble.
Yeah.
He can really throw the football. He's just not very accurate with it.
Oh, yeah, he's got a good arm for the deep. I mean,
Yeah.
throws it deep. He's not real accurate. I get you. But to me, he looks really young.
Yeah, I think he's young, but he is super athletic.
Honestly, I felt like maybe the whole Norton team looked really young.
I thought,
like when they ran out on the field, I'm like,
they looked really small.
If I'm mistaken, did I not send you a message?
Yeah,
saying,
you
like,
did. Yeah,
they look like a JV team.
Yeah, they did look very small
versus a varsity team.
Versus
they were small.
Yeah, you could definitely tell the difference between Central's line and their line. Their Central's line really put it on them.
I just think that unless they find something, it's going to be.
But like you said, when
a long season
when Central's twos got in, that quarterback did break off 2 big touchdown runs, like long touchdown runs. He's a fast kid, but
he is.
But they were playing Central. I mean, that's a big team, a lot of kids. So,
I think they're going to have to find something that they're going to have.
I didn't think,
or it's going to be a long 10 weeks for them.
I didn't think they looked great. I'll put it that way. I'm not trying to bash them either. I just thought, I could have seen some more, I thought.
I mean, honestly, from what I saw, I think if they hit 3-7, that's a success for them this year.
Yeah.
I mean, now, man, I hope they turn it around. I mean, and it may be there. I don't know. They may have some kids that were hurt or something like that. I don't know. So,
also, with Central, too, the quarterback also plays corner. I seen him playing corner. I thought he looked average at corner. I didn't think he looked great, but I was talking to some other people I know that watched him play 7-on-7 this summer, and they said that he was really good in 7-on-7 playing cornerback. So, like I said, I ain't seen it, but the dude's a freak athlete. So I could definitely see him. He did. He had an interception, but it was, like I said, Thomas Walker's quarterback was really under pressure, threw a really underthrown ball.
Yeah,
and he picked it off.
I know on that one where they threw the ball out there, he could not tackle.
No, he missed a wide open tackle.
It was like he went in with his head down. That kid was gone. He didn't even realize it.
Yeah, it was. He missed it bad. He sure did.
So I mean, honestly,
we'll see. I mean,
time to dig into some fundamental stuff. On that. But overall, he's a great athlete.
I think so.
He's going to be good for him.
I think so. Yep.
Benefit games.
Yes, sir. Ridgeview Eastside benefit game.
You got a lot of insight on that one. I really don't know.
A lot of insight. I would like to say this also. I got my boy's name wrong. Gabe Hackney, not Gabe Counts. I did see a video of Gabe Counts running the ball. I told you he ran the ball super hard. Like every year I've watched him, he runs the ball hard. I'm telling you, man. He took a handoff up the middle, broke it to the outside to the sideline. This kid tried to wrap him up, and I'm telling you right now, he drugged the kid like 12 yards. The kid was around his waist. Gabe would not stop. He absolutely punched it in
Keeping
there.
Keeping them legs moving.
Dragging a kid.
Keeping them legs
like 10 yards to the end zone, dragging a kid. He's a dog, man. I think he'll be big.
Good, man. He's
got dog in him. But final score of that one was 35-7? 35-6?
I believe so.
35-6, and I heard the first drive of the game, Eastside got the ball, and I reckon they busted Ridgeview in the mouth, man. They ran it right down the throat and scored the first drive of the game.
I'm hearing a lot of power I coming out of Ridgeview.
That's what I heard.
Eastside this year. Yeah. A lot of power I going to be doing some option stuff.
Yeah. I know a couple people that coach at Ridgeview, and that's what they told me. They said, I guess maybe Ridgeview underestimated what they would do, I don't know, but I know that Eastside came out and busted them in the mouth, man, and ran the ball straight down the field and scored on the first drive, and it got pretty bad after that. I know Ryan O'Quinn lit him up pretty good. He threw a lot of really good balls from what I heard. I didn't go, but he threw a lot of really good balls, and Gabe ran the ball hard. And I do know one thing about Ridgeview is their struggle, I think, will be their defense. They got their whole offensive line's new.
So their whole defense line is
too. That's what I was going to say.
They returned 21 start. I mean, they returned lost
one starter.
One starter. So they're replacing 21 players.
I'll say this too about the quarterback, Ryan O'Quinn. Threw the ball really well, but on defense he's playing corner, and Eastside threw an out route. And I don't know if he was trying to pick it off or what, but man, I'm telling you, he lit a kid's world up, and I was like, man. your quarterback's out there doing that on defense, man, that'll get somebody fired up.
Oh, yeah.
I love to see that, but I know their defense will be their struggle. They got everybody on the offensive line plays defensive line too, and all of them are playing both ways. That's hard.
You're going to be like, it's not going to be like the scrimmage.
No.
So 4 quarters of that, they're going to have to find some depth somewhere.
I've heard that,
especially when they get into like AA schools, like in their district, they got some big boys going to be warring on them all that.
I know that the heart and soul of their defense is Branson Honaker. He's their middle linebacker. He plays linebacker and receiver. From what I'm hearing, this kid's a headhunter, man. They said every tackle that's made, he's in on it. My uncle actually went and watched him, and he said every tackle that kid's around the ball. And they said, if he stays healthy the whole year, he plays good. They think their defense will do good. But you get against these bigger teams, Abingdon, Union, people like that. My Apple Watch is going crazy, but you get against these bigger teams and put them big offensive linemen blocking these linebackers, man. He'll have a tough day, but the kid's a dog from what I hear. I heard that he loves getting in there and putting his nose in anything. So we'll see. We'll see about the Ridgeview.
Heck yeah, man!
But he's supposed to be good. So
normally though, you lose 21 seniors.
Yeah,
21 seniors, man.
That's
a big number for AA.
But
you know what I mean.
The other thing you got to look at now with Ridgeview is Rhino Quinn. He's proved himself to be a great quarterback. I think from what he's done. He started as a freshman, started as a sophomore, had a good year last year. The kid's a super athlete. I've watched him play basketball. He's awesome at basketball. Good athlete, man. And I think, he lost all his receivers. He lost his running back, lost his offensive line. You got to build trust with these new receivers. And all of them are underclassmen. And my uncle told me that their best receiver, actually, the one that impressed him the most, was a sophomore. So you got a lot to look forward to at Ridgeview. I think they got one starter on the offensive line they'll be losing this year. And their linebacker's a junior, quarterback's a junior, and their running back Gabe, he's a senior also. So you got a lot to look forward to next year, I think, for Ridgeview.
Well, yeah, like I said, normally you lose 21 seniors off of a team. It's typically a rebuilding year the next year. So, but it's not the case all the time. And so if Ridgeview does have a bad year, they're going to be back.
Yeah,
with all these young players. But I'm not saying they're going to have that bad year.
Right.
But
I just, like I said, it's going to take time to build chemistry. And if Ryan can get on track with his receivers, week 2, week 3, they start building, they could be a dangerous team.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. I just think I think it'll take longer to build that trust with your new receivers. That's hard to do. When you lose everybody you used to throwing to, how these guys run routes, everything they do. You've been playing with them forever. Yeah. I think it's just hard to come back from that. So,
yeah, man. Well, we had Gate City and Virginia High.
Yes, sir. You were at that one, correct?
I was.
Yes.
It was really kind of Gate City ends up winning the game 14-0.
Yeah.
But they didn't start, their starting quarterback didn't play, and Gate City was mixed matching 2s and 1s, and I think they're still trying to find places for people right now. Yeah. I don't think they really showed a whole lot. Defensively, I was most impressed with the defense because they are swarming.
Yeah.
There's 11 guys at the ball every time.
That's awesome.
And swarming defense. I love that. I think they're going to be a bend but don't break style defense from what it looked like. So, it's...
We're having all kinds of problems.
Yeah, man.
Phones ringing, watches going off.
So, it's like... it's going to be... that style of defense.
Yeah.
The backup quarterback, which was number 12, I believe is his number. I can't remember now.
Yeah.
But I think he's a transfer kid in. I mean, he seems to be very athletic, and I'm not sure what position he's going to be playing when he's not being quarterback.
Yeah.
But I'll guarantee he's going to be on the field somewhere. But yeah, Kansas City's going to be pretty good, man. I really feel like they are.
Good.
The line has gotten way better than they was since their first scrimmage with West Ridge and everything. What I did see with Virginia High, they had some speed. They got some athletic kids.
Yeah, they always do, man.
Yeah.
Virginia High's always got a bunch of athletes.
But I honestly feel like they were so out of shape. They was not really in football shape yet. I mean, they're just not. I mean, they were cramping everywhere. I saw kids on the sideline sick, throwing up, and I mean, the heat really got them. So, but I mean, they've got a lot too that is going to. I think Virginia High will have a decent year.
Yeah.
They're going to have to get in shape, though.
Okay.
They are going to definitely have to get in shape.
That was Thursday night, too, right?
Yeah, it was Thursday night.
Thursday night, okay.
I think they played Thursday night because I think the fire is going on.
Oh, okay.
So a lot of them over there will play on Thursday nights.
Okay.
So they can go to the Appalachian Fair.
Right. Then we got Union Northside.
Union Northside. Northside's a 3A school out of the Roanoke area. They're 3A, they got a lot of kids and stuff, but they've typically not been very good. They've had some bad records recently. Yeah. And that score was 7-6. I mean, they got Union. Union also, I think, played some quarters with George Wythe, and I hadn't been able to find out exactly how that one went.
I've not heard anything about that one either.
And whatnot. And honestly, I don't know if Union is still trying to find some places and maybe shifting people around as well. But with Northside being, I mean, you say Northside's 3A, and 7-6, well, that ain't no big deal, but honestly, Abingdon, which is in our district, they're 3A too.
Yeah, big, huge.
So, I mean, I'm not sure that Northside is as good as what Abingdon has been.
Yeah.
And this Union team, I really feel like it's the most, like we said, they're the most loaded team coming back into our district this year. And I really feel like that they are the team to beat. I really still feel that way, but I feel like there's some weakness going on somewhere.
Yeah.
So if a team can actually find that weakness, and hit into that weakness, I think, you could probably give them some trouble. But now they got athletes, and I mean they're going to be they're going to be good, man.
The quarterback's a super athlete. His brother plays; he's a great athlete.
Yeah.
They got big athletes out wide. Like you said, I think Union's the team to beat.
The Chandler kid is a sophomore.
Yeah, and he's supposed to be
can run really good.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about him.
Runs really hard. Great fullbacks.
Yeah, I think Union is the team to beat. I mean, I've not watched them play yet. I just know what they return, and you return a quarterback, a running back, or 2 receivers. I think I do know they lost some offensive line. They said their offensive line looks kind of small this year, but man, I mean, you got that many athletes, you're bound to make something happen. I think they're still the team to beat.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think honestly, when it's still, I really feel like now, from just what I've seen, that it's probably going to be between them and Gate City for the district. Okay.
Yeah.
Like I said, Y Central could end up being there, and honestly, Lehigh, they got beat by Honaker. And that kind of surprises me, considering the kind of year they was having at the end of the year.
Yeah.
But now I reckon Honaker, like we said in the first episode, they were getting better and better as at the end of the season happened and this and that.
And Honaker is always good. They always have a decent team. So I thought Lehigh would beat them, which just a benefit game, don't count, but still, even if it's just a benefit game, you go out there and win that. You win big, even if you barely win, whatever. That still makes your team feel like you won.
Yeah,
and that gets more fire burning.
Yeah, and we hadn't talked to nobody.
Yeah.
About the game, and of course we didn't watch the game.
We didn't go to it.
So honestly, I mean, it could have been like 14-0 Lehigh against the during the ones playing, and then the 2s and 3s comes in and makes the difference or whatever,
right.
So I mean, what I'm saying is, Lee may have had the upper hand during the ones, but so.
I'll tell you, I'm really excited about week 1 though. Week 1 coming up this week. There's some good games, man. I'm really excited about it.
How excited are you?
I'm pumped up.
West Virginia football.
I'm excited.
It's for real.
It is. It's for real right now. We're really going into it, and I think there's a couple games that ain't going to be very good, but Union Lee, I think that'll be a good game. We both predicted Union to win that game, but like you said, we didn't watch Lee play. We don't know what Lee did. We don't know what Union done either. But that could be a huge game.
It could be. It could really be. I mean, it's a rivalry game.
And you're opening with a district game like that. That could be a huge game.
A lot of times when you have a rival game, I mean, you can throw records out the window. Mm-hmm. You can throw everything out the window. I mean, a rival game, anything can happen. Anybody can win. But I still feel like it's Union's to lose.
Yeah, I agree with that.
But I'm interested to see and read about the results of this game, because I think it's really going to let us know a little bit more about Lehigh and where they actually are and where they're actually standing. Central's making the trip down to Eastside, buddy.
Eastside.
Eastside really feels like they can win this game.
I really feel like Eastside can win this game.
You feel like they can't?
They could. I mean, they could shock the world and go in. What I seen from Central, I got Central winning big. I don't think Eastside will have. Here's what I say. Ridgeview, I think, is a good ball team, and I know, they throw the ball around, they run the ball well, but I think Ridgeview's on a down year this year, and I think Central is on the up and ups. They have good. Like I said, I watched them play. I think they have good athletes. I think that quarterback is really good. He'll really be the difference maker. But I got Central winning big. Eastside could go shock the world. I mean, it's football. Anything can happen. But I think Central will win big. I really do.
I'm excited to see the game. See what happens in the game.
And like I said, I'm not knocking Eastside. But you go play a school that big with athletes like they have, it's hard to do. As a small school, it's hard to do.
It is hard to do, and but I really feel. I mean, if Eastside can go win that game, that probably
that's huge.
That gives them the confidence that, like, hey, we beat them, because I mean,
they're gonna feel like world beaters.
I mean, it's a team that's normally beating your head in, year in, year out. You go beat them.
That's huge for
confidence. I mean, out the roof.
Yeah.
And I mean, they're like, hey, if we beat them,
we can beat anybody.
Bring it on, whoever else, son. And they would be tough the rest of the year.
Yeah.
I mean, tougher than what I think they will be if they lose that game.
Yeah.
But I mean, they really feel like they can win this game.
Yeah.
And sometimes that's all it takes.
Yeah.
So I still honestly think Central is the better team.
Yeah.
I think Central will win the game, but for Eastside, I would like to see them win. Just to actually see what what it does for their season.
Yeah. I like I said, I got Central winning it big. I just don't see Eastside having the defense to stand up to what they have offensively. I think they have. I think Central has a lot of different weapons. Like their that number one I was telling you about, him and actually the backup quarterback is playing some running back too. They both ran the ball well. That big receiver, there was another receiver that caught a touchdown pass, but that quarterback will really be the difference maker, and I see him really having a showing against.
I mean, he is athletic, and I mean they're going to have to be very poised on defense. I mean,
there's no doubt.
And they're going to have to read their keys. They're going to have to stay at home, and they're going to have to, Honestly, I feel like I would probably try to make him beat me through the air.
Yeah.
I would really more focus on his run game.
Like I said, if Ryan O'Quinn tore him up that bad through the air, and I reckon he ran the ball pretty well too. So, I think I won't say that kid's a better athlete than Ryan O'Quinn because Ryan O'Quinn is a freak of an athlete. But that kid's a lot faster. That was clear to me. And I think speed kills. I mean, you know that. I know that. Yeah. Everybody knows that. And
honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if he ain't the fastest kid in
he's quick,
in the Mountain 7 district. Quick. I mean, for what I've seen right now, he is fast.
He's fast as lightning, and I think I could see Eastside doing decent if they can contain him. If they can, they really got to lock up, though, on defense. They got to have contains. Absolutely. You got to stay home on people like that.
Stay home.
I'm sure Central's putting some read options and stuff like that in to let that quarterback really get out and run. I don't know if they'll show that week one. I mean, you know how people do. They don't show stuff till late in the season sometimes. Graham done that to Ridgeview last year, the year before. They didn't run a formation like all year. Me and one of my friends that coaches at Ridgeview were talking about this. They had this formation they didn't run all year, Graham. Got in the playoffs against Ridgeview, went to Wildcat and started direct snapping this running back, and that kid scored like 7 touchdowns and had like 400 yards or something crazy.
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, people don't show stuff till late in the year, so I don't know what Central really pull out, but I don't know that they'll need it. That they'll need to really pull out their best plays and stuff that,
Yeah. I mean, really, Eastside does have a big task at hand. We know that they're going to be primarily based out of the I.
Yeah.
I think they from what I hear, they got a really good fullback.
Yeah.
So the quarterback's going to have to be athletic to make this work. With the option, because I'm pretty sure they'll probably be running a lot of option out of that. Option pass.
Yeah, maybe. Who knows?
And I mean, I know that guy's got a good arm, and he can actually throw the ball. So,
yeah.
I mean, Central's going to have to be on their toes as well.
Right. You can get beat any week.
Absolutely.
Anything can beat you. You can't get ahead of yourself. But I don't see Central having a whole lot to worry about this week. I really don't. Which, like people from Ridgeview said that them kids from Central really run the ball hard, and stuff like that. But, it's just they're outnumbered. They're out athletic. I mean, it's going to be tough for Eastside, I think. Not saying they can't win, just think it ain't looking good. That's what I got to say.
I think you have fell off the wagon over in Dickinson County.
No, man, I just think I still pull for Ridgeview. I hope Ridgeview has a great season. I like them. I'm just saying, against the Eastside, I think Central's a way better team. I think, that quarterback really impressed me. And, I think he can do big things in the Mountain 7. I really do. And I think against the Eastside, he'll really show out. I really do.
Yeah. Honestly, I think by the time we get our cameras up and going to where we're video shooting our stuff for YouTube, these people's probably going to see you with a big old black and red hat on. That's got a big C on it.
I will never in my life.
I believe they're going to, man.
Never in my life.
I believe you're on board.
Never in my life, man.
I believe you're on board.
I promise you I won't. I promise you.
All right, man.
Let's get on to somebody else. I think I've talked about Central enough.
Abingdon and Lehigh. No, Abingdon and Battle.
Abingdon Battle.
Battle in the paper says, hey, we're tired of losing.
We're tired of losing.
And so they're thinking that they're going to surprise some people.
I would love to see Battle have a good year. I know they didn't have a good year last. I think they won one game last year. I think they were 1-9, if I'm right. But I'll tell you, I talked to Gabe Hackney, the running back for Ridgeview, and I told him, we were just talking. I told him I didn't know much about Abingdon. What he said, his exact words were that Abingdon had the nastiest O-line on this side of Roanoke last year. That was his exact words to me. And he said he thought the best one out of them, which was their guard. He was playing guard last year. Said he was a junior. He's coming back this year. He thought he was the best overall offensive line. And I know Abingdon's got some big boys. They always do. But he said that offensive line was nasty last year. So
I know. I really feel like they should have been, but I'm not saying the kid's wrong or nothing, but I just know from the games that I watched them play, like Gate City's game against them, I watched them play. Who was it I watched them play? I forget now exactly who it was, but I mean, their line got destroyed, man.
Yeah, that's what you said. Yeah.
And last year was a letdown year for them. They was supposed to be way better than they ended up being. So I'm anxious to see, are they going to turn it around? Or are they going to get past that? Because sometimes, you're dealing with kids. That stuff gets in their head.
Yeah, it's hard to do.
And it's hard to get them turned back in the right direction.
It is. He also told me Luke Honaker, their quarterback, he plays quarterback and defensive back. Said he's a very good ball player.
He is a very good player, man.
And,
I was real impressed with him last year. But you could see he was young and he made some young mistakes.
Yeah, which I know that he did start like 2-3 years ago when they went to half state, the 3A half state. He was a starter on that team as a freshman. So, good athlete. He's pretty good. So.
Yeah, man. So,
I got
Battle in Abingdon. Battle's been at the bottom.
Yeah.
And they're tired of being there. And,
I'd love to see him do something. I really would. I hope every team, does
listen,
great.
If you're on the bottom, you're tired of being there, there's only one thing to do.
That's absolutely right.
And that's go to work and try to be better and just really work. And if they put that work in, hey, it could be a turnaround year. This Abingdon Battle game could be way different than a lot of people's going to think that it's going to go. It could be very close. It could be a blowout by either one of them. But honestly, I feel like I still have to lean toward Abingdon on it. And,
I agree.
And everything. So, all right, let's see. I hope Battle does turn it around. Because it just makes the district stronger as a whole.
I agree with that.
And everything.
Even if they have a close game with Abingdon, I think that's big for John Battle. I really do. Like coming off a year like you had last year, I think it's really if you beat them, that's huge. But even if you have a close game with a team like that, that's supposed to be good this year, they're a really big school. I think that's really good for John Battle too. Even if they lose in a close game, I think that's really good for them. So.
Yeah. Ridgeview Norton, I don't care. I don't care, rebuilding or not. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If Ridgeview don't absolutely destroy them in this game, I'm going to be very disappointed.
Me too. I think Ridgeview has the ability to put 50 on Norton, I think.
Honestly, I think they could beat them with their JV.
Norton.
And I've not seen them play.
Yeah, Norton did not look good at the Jamboree.
Horrible.
I did not think they looked good at all. And I don't know what they done against Hurley either. Like I said, I didn't get to watch that game. But against Central, they did not look good at all. I
didn't either, but I'm telling you right now, if they beat Hurley in that game, then Hurley might as well hang their pads up. You know what I mean? Go ahead and get the round ball basketball out, son, and start practicing. Because they don't need to be playing football this year.
They looked bad. They really did. And like all the Norton people, I'm not knocking on Norton. I'm just telling you from what I seen at that Jamboree, Norton did not look good.
No, they did not.
They did not look good at all.
No, it's typically not a Norton team. They're usually going to be real competitive.
Yeah.
Even in the mountains with the Mountain 17s.
Yeah, I think so.
They give them a little run, but no, man, they're
not this year, man.
They're bad, dude.
Yeah, they don't look good.
I'm not trying to be mean either. but they was horrible.
They did not look good
in
at
that
all,
game.
Man. They did.
But maybe they go to work. Maybe they.
Who knows?
Maybe they get the what's not working fixed.
Yep.
And everything. But I really think Ridgeview's got this one in the bag handedly.
Yeah.
And it better be really bad.
I think Ridgeview wins big. Is my prediction.
Like if it's like closer than 35 points, I'm going to be like, Ridgeview's in trouble.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, they may call the dogs off early,
yeah.
but I mean, I still.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't look good.
Marion, we got Twin Springs at the Northwood. Twin Springs played somebody this past week.
I don't know who they played, though. I
In
couldn't
a
find
scrimmage
anything
or a
on it either.
jamboree. But they played Lebanon.
Did they?
Yeah, but I'm not sure who won.
I don't know either. I'm not.
I know them and Lebanon played in the playoffs last year.
I don't really know
And
anybody from like out that way to talk to and see what happened either. So.
Well, I tried to look it up, but nobody really posted anything on it.
I know. I got on
I did
Max
see some
Preps looking
pictures of the game.
Yeah.
But other than that,
I try to look on Max Preps, and on like last week when I looked, all those games were on there, and now I guess that they were benefit games or scrimmages or whatever, but none of the scores are on there from those games. I guess because they didn't count. So I'm sorry that we can't give you more on that, but it is what it is.
and then I mean Rocco is going, or maybe Hancock's coming there. I'm not sure if it's on my way, but I think. Honestly, Rocco should win this game.
Yeah,
they're going to be 1-0 right here coming out of week 1.
Yeah, I think.
And I honestly feel like that they're going to continue to roll, man.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, I only watched them play a little bit last week, and I thought, like last week when we did our rankings in the last episode. I put Rocco at 1 just because I was fired up about what Rocco's doing. But now, I really feel confident that Rocco is the best team in the Cumberland District. I really do. I think they are.
I really think they can be, yes. Yeah, absolutely. And, I mean, I've not seen Eastside play yet. I've not seen maybe 1 or 2 more of them. But I really think that Rocco should be the best team in the district, and very well.
Rocco definitely looked a lot better than Norton and a lot better than Thomas Walker. I'll say that. That was the 3 Cumberland teams that were there. I thought Rocco, out of the 3 of them, definitely looked the best out of all those Cumberland teams. So I feel pretty confident that Rocco is the best team in the Cumberland from where I stand.
Well, week 1 is upon us, man, and
I'm pumped up.
Yeah. You think Gate City, Richlands?
I still got Gate City.
Do you really?
I do. I really do.
I'd like to see it.
Yeah.
I'm really not sure.
That's a hard place to play, too.
What Richlands has, but
it's a long drive.
Gate City's still running on a lot of confidence, and I'd love to see them go up there. Like last year, honestly, I really feel like Gate City, which they came back and got it within a score, and they had to just dug themselves that 21-point hole right off the bat.
Hard to come back from,
and then
that.
They really didn't get rolling to the second half. So honestly, they do have a chance at this game. I'd love to see them do it and everything. So
I'll tell you, I think they can win this game. I really do. From just what you've told me, what I've heard from other people, Gate City looked pretty good. I heard, I know the quarterback didn't play. I heard the second string quarterback played pretty good though.
Yeah, he did.
He looked good.
Did.
So
he's a good athlete. Yeah. He's going to be on the field somewhere.
Yeah,
and he's going to make plays for him.
But I think Gate City can win that game.
I'm excited, man. Week 1 right here, man.
I really am pumped up. I'm just, man, it's football season again.
Honestly, I was like, man, it's never going to get here. Now it's here. Now I feel like it's flying by. Seems like just last week they was actually just rolling out first day of practice.
Benefit games and
then
stuff, man, scrimmages. And now we're here. It's like
it's here now, man. So yeah, man.
So I'm excited.
Wow. I think I'm gonna go to the Eastside game myself.
Yeah.
If I can.
Yeah, I was thinking about going there too. I might go Ridgeview Burton just to see. Just to watch Ridgeview play.
I know with the old work schedule, I probably won't get to make the Richlands Gate City game. It's just too far.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah,
I'm excited.
Eastside Central, I think that's where I'll go. I may head over. My buddy's nephew is the quarterback for Eastside, and he's excited to be going to watch him play, and so I may ride over with him, and probably bring on the old green and white in the game.
No matter what happens.
No matter what happens, I'll still root them on and everything, and I wish them luck. Yeah. I really do, and everything. So
I think that's all we got for week 1. Again, congratulations to Luke Lawson and Bradley Dean.
Yeah,
it's awesome people from our area really making something happen. And good luck to Chandler Cole in his fight also.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully we can do something, man. But I think that's all we got, bro.
I think volleyball starts tonight.
Yeah, volleyball starts
for most
week.
of the schools. So and everything.
We should be talking about that. I know we said volleyball in episode 2 last time, but
I honestly I thought their games started.
I did too. I thought it started
than they did.
I did too.
But I mean, we'll probably know about
something.
Who's got what? I know Gate City's playing some like Science Hill or Daniel Boone or somebody like that. So
Gate City was really good last year, I think too.
They're good every year, man. Just about they really are. They've won 6 state championships.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So they're typically really good.
So maybe volleyball episode 3. We said episode 2. Now we're saying episode 3. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely, man. We'll see what happens.
We'll try to get some schedules and stuff.
Yeah, but anyway, guys, we hope y'all enjoy the broadcast, the podcast, and
thanks for listening.
Yeah, thank y'all for listening.
I didn't think. I figured 10, 12 people listen, man. We got like 400 listens on Facebook. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It is awesome. I'm just glad people are tuning in.
Yeah, help us grow, guys. Yeah. Smash that share button on our Facebook page. And
also, Facebook cut us off at an hour.
Yeah.
So, there was 10 minutes more. You can find that on YouTube. I think we'll just start sharing the YouTube link on Facebook.
I may do the YouTube, or we may do the Spotify on there. But anyhow, guys, we appreciate you guys for listening and everything, and looking forward to this week in football. And everybody go out, root your team on, support them.
Best time of the year, man.
Absolutely.
We'll see you next time.
See y'all next week.